All right, so this is we ended up talking about the pop-up store, and we got a call from Andrew Bly, and he has a thing called Snacks and Designs. It's in Port Washington, and we are going to try out some of this stuff. It's good to see you, dude.
Hey,
thanks for coming in.
This is exciting.
Yes.
And Snacks and Design on Instagram.
Good to see you.
Snacks and Design.
Hi, Chris.
Yeah, Chris, you're going to be plug guy on this.
Got it.
But Andrew, when we were talking that day, how long have you had your store? Let's move that in front of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 months.
2 months.
Yes.
Wow.
But this is the hot new idea for entrepreneurs, right?
Yes. Yep.
And who are the clientele? They're coming in, but they've never heard of the products before.
Yeah. So a lot of brands will, maybe they're only online. You can buy from their website
Right.
or, Amazon. So it might be their first time in a retail shop because getting into bigger stores is so hard, takes
Right.
a ton of money. So it's really for the up and coming brands for discovery.
And how's business been?
It's been good, really good.
Here's the thing. I just saw this regular store doing the same thing, Andrew, in a dead mall, right?
Oh,
With
okay.
just a line leading the people who would not go to the mall
Oh, my God.
for pants and shirts
right.
and
Oh
actual
my God, I'd never go for those.
would go in because you're going to be the only one who has this stuff when your friends come over.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
This
and
is cool.
yep.
Now, how do you know what to put up? How do you know I got the hot hand with this last thing?
So I'm a
Yeah.
graphic designer. So first and foremost, I have clients that
Yeah.
I've designed. So they get the first sort of pick to be on the shelves.
Yeah.
And then beyond that, either friends I know, founders I know, or just brands that I,
Yeah.
like and think they have great design and a great product. So yeah, it's about taste mostly.
Why are so many of your foods so loud?
Some of these aren't ready for radio.
Well, what happened to packaging? What happened with the potato chips in a potato chip bag? This switch like this. At one point, you're like, oh, this is high end because of this kind of a bag.
Yep.
And now we don't remember what bags used to look like in the 90s.
No, it's really strange. And I will say this, there's like a whole art to like packaging snacks, and that we as consumers don't realize that we read the language, but we absolutely do. And if you're in a store and you're picking out a bag of chips, just by the font and the colors and the vibe, you'll go, that's a healthy chip.
Right.
That's a super spicy chip. That's like something. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
organic. That's from a different country, of something exotic I've never tasted before. And we don't like. It's all in our subconscious.
That's how I pick coffee shops too. Who has the best font?
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Get a
How I
nice font.
pick wine.
Yeah.
Who has
Love
the
to
best
hear that.
font?
Yes, of course.
We should
go
open
by
up
the
a
label.
place called Nice Font Coffee.
It's going to be huge.
I'll design it.
I see a brand there called Snoods, which I do know.
Yeah.
Because I was the host of a food competition show called Snack
Yes.
vs.
Oh,
Chef.
yes.
Lauren Bodden.
And Lauren
Yep.
created Snoods.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I've always wanted to try Snoods because
Well, here you are.
Well, this would be great. You can get a picture with.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Hurry and
Delicious
put it up in
snoods.
the. So snoods is what exactly?
Noodle chips.
Noodle chips.
those are good.
So she's a
Nice.
chef and,
Yeah.
really like focused on flavor. It's for the
Now,
adventurous.
how well is she doing this, getting it into what we would think of like a 7-Eleven type store?
Yeah, I
Are
mean-
these things getting there?
Yeah, Whole Foods, I think. But yeah, she's kind of blowing up. Definitely at pop-up grocer too.
All right, this tastes like something I've tasted before, though, right?
Well, yeah. I
What's
mean,
that
there's
pasta?
like.
It's the
that's
rigatoni
how-
basil one, right?
Yeah, I think you're
Yeah.
tasting the kind of basil-y, tomato, Italian flavors.
And it's vegan, gluten-free.
Good job, Lauren.
Really
Yeah.
good. There was an era, I believe, I would say early to mid 90s, where everything had to be pizza flavored.
Oh, yeah,
it was
that's
a great
right.
time to be alive.
Yeah.
Combos. Pizza flavored combos are
Oh my
amazing.
god! If something was pizza flavored for me as a kid, I was like,
Yeah.
perfect.
Pringles.
It's
If
kind of
it's-
coming back too. Like it's just more refined, like a rigatoni basil or a
Right.
carbonara.
But we know what that is. That's pizza flavored.
Exactly.
All right, so this one we all give a thumbs
Thumbs
up
up.
to.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs
That was
up.
really
Yeah.
good.
Snoods.
Send snoods. That's what I always say.
Snack versus chef, right? That
What's
was
the next one we should be
Versus
trying?
Chef.
Okay, Let's try.
You're gonna have to ride these levels, Chris, because we're all gonna be
Very
crushed.
snack.
Yeah.
Very snacky.
The Carlitos. There's a
Carlito's Way.
yeah, that one.
That's gay.
It's kind of like a bugle Dorito mix.
Like
So,
both.
so that's made out of cauliflower?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cauliflower.
Vegan, gluten free.
Cauliflower has gotten this
non-GMO.
ridiculous rebrand where it's now just applied to all
It's big
food.
right
anytime.
now.
It's like,
Cauliflower's
so hot right
big.
I guess I could turn cauliflower into any food.
It's the new potato. Yeah, this is.
You gotta
Not
start
true.
the other way so I get it to Chris too.
I'll hunt those down.
I'm good.
I'm sure you've had a million of these.
Andrew lives on snacks. He
Yeah, that's
I love
right.
it.
hasn't had protein in months.
Lentil rice and cauliflower chips.
Yeah, what do you think?
Here's the thing that I will say, that there's like a. Oh, is this the same kind? No, this is sea salt one. The difference of gluten-free snacks from like 10, 15 years ago is wild.
Big
I have
time.
to eat gluten-free, and the fact that like I can eat all so terribly like everyone else can. Whereas
Yes.
before, like I feel like people who couldn't eat gluten, it's just like, sorry, you just miss out on all fun from here on out
Right.
of the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And like the things like, oh, there were some rice pastas that you could buy. Not anymore. It's crazy how many, I don't know, maybe just more people, and like there was a market for it because more people couldn't eat gluten. But there are so many good snacks
But-
and replacements.
Then you can't eat.
Gluten, I'm not supposed to.
Here's the thing: I can eat anything I want. I'll just put on weight or break out. But it doesn't bother me. You know what I mean?
My reaction, because it's like an autoimmune disease, so it's like more like flu-like symptoms, not like allergic. But when you go to a restaurant and you ask if something has gluten, so they say like, "Is it an allergy?" And you're like, "No, but it makes me sad." Like I don't know. Like I still want you to take it serious. It's not like I'm not gonna die. Like my throat isn't gonna close, but like I'll be really bummed. Like
Yep.
All right. Here's Fresh Fizz.
So that's a client of mine. I've been doing all their design and branding for the last 3 years. They're
This
out
is
of,
your font.
Yep,
Good.
that's right.
Wow.
We wanted a fresh, organic
intense.
looking font.
Try this date cola.
It's really like they only use 3 or 4 real food ingredients, and it's sweetened with honey, date syrup, or maple syrup, and based out of Oceanside, Long Island. It's another Long Island brand.
so, I'm gonna try the
That's my favorite.
sparkling jalapeno limeade because I have to
Who,
know.
who would have expected?
I have to know.
Now this one, the one I'm drinking is cherry juice, maple syrup, nutmeg, and vanilla bean.
Oh, that sounds very good.
The vanilla bean really jumps out at you.
Really?
Okay, this is very good.
So good, right?
Add a little tequila.
That's your
to
A
this.
great mixer, yes.
Oh, you can have tequila, Gail? That's not one of the things that you struggle
No,
with?
there's no gluten in that. Beer gluten, but not tequila.
I like this as a mixer more than just by itself. I think I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
imagine. I think the taste is.
Or the mocktail. You know, you can make a nice
Sure.
little mocktail
Yeah.
with
I
it.
can see that.
Yeah.
I love it.
The thing that I don't like about mocktails is I don't even get a buzz off them. Drink and drink and drink.
I try. God knows I try.
There's an entire mocktail liquor store. There's no
What?
liquor in
Yeah.
Brooklyn. Yeah, like in Prospect Heights. Yeah.
Oh, in Brooklyn.
But
yeah.
there's no. Is there any in America?
What about our country?
So it's like a liquor store, but no liquor.
No liquor, but it's all mock liquors. Like you can buy a bottle of whiskey that is not whiskey. Will not get you drunk, but
It tastes like
the
whiskey.
attempt to make it
Do they
taste
get
like
fake
this.
robbed?
The guy comes in with a water pistol.
With a water pistol, takes a bunch of Monopoly money with him. Yeah.
Good sketch.
Good. Do you want to try this one? The jalapeno one?
Oh, that's
It's
a
not
good one.
spicy. It more like smells like jalapeno.
Wow, that's very jalapeno, though,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Made with real jalapeno.
Yeah.
Do you want to try this
All right,
one?
what else do we
Yeah.
got? We got something.
Oh, Chris pointed this out. The cacio e pepe cob.
Oh,
Chris, are you getting enough
yes.
stuff on that side?
I have so many Colitos. It's out of fucking control right now. And I have a hibiscus ginger ale, which is delicious.
Did you
but-
want to
so
try
good.
the jalapeno
Of
juice?
course I
thought
do.
you would.
Plug
Yeah.
away while we're
bring
doing
it.
Of course, of course.
Stop saying of course. It's really
Never
making me
mind
nervous.
then. Andrew Bly from Snacks and Design. He's here giving us all these wonderful, delicious snacks. That's Snacks and Design on Instagram. And Hurry Kondabolu's here. And he'll be in New York City at Gramercy Theater on May 29th. In Houston, Texas at Punchline Comedy Club, May 30th and 31st. In Lafayette, Louisiana at Club 337 on June 1st. And for tickets and all dates, visit Hurry Kondabolu on all social medias.
So this cob, it's corn-free popcorn. This woman out of Sag Harbor, her son had a severe corn allergy, so she makes it with sorghum. So it's like a tiny little popcorn kernel, and it doesn't have a husk, so it's super kid-friendly.
I was wondering, like, why is it so teeny?
It's tiny. Yeah.
It's so cute.
I'll be honest, it's too small for me, man.
You need big ones.
This is like just making me want to go buy a giant bag of popcorn.
Wait, but what if you get a nice funnel and then you just funnel these tiny little
Hey,
kernels?
with the fun and funnel. This actually would make a nice party, just what we're doing right now. Like, let's try this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically my life.
Is it?
Yeah.
You go out places. Here, try this. It's got nothing you like in it.
I will say this. I will say this though. I do think that like if you're trying to give a gift for someone and you're not sure what to do, if you have a gift like a nice basket and you fill it with fun snacks that people haven't heard of,
It's actually a good idea.
It's a very good gift.
One of those apology baskets.
Yes.
That I have to send out all the time.
A variety of weird snacks. And I feel like people, it's good.
I'd rather get that than fruit that's not even ripe.
Thank you.
What about if it's...
Well, I didn't know that. I was speaking for the people. That's great. I love the idea.
Thank you, Ron. I've been saying this for years, and finally someone backs me
And
up.
then what if you don't finish every piece of fruit, just in case? These Colitos, they ain't going to decay, all right? You wrap them up.
But you like eating snacks.
I
That's
mean,
why.
I don't think there's anything here that I would let sit, you know?
Yeah, no, this is all good.
What are those bites of love? What is that?
Oh.
So
love bites.
those are
Love
gluten-free,
bites.
vegan, like raw cookie dough bites.
Like this.
Another client of mine out of LA, Jenny, she makes amazing gluten-free vegan cookies and these little cookie dough bites.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, they're huge.
Oh, those are giant love bites.
The
That
love
one's peanut butter.
bites.
Oh, this is great.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Why would she think I'm going to make a different kind of cookie that's ever been done before? What would make her go in that direction?
I mean, she was in LA and kind of got into Erewhon really early on, which I don't know if you know Erewhon, but
I thought you said heroin. I was like, I know
She's doing better.
really well.
Really,
How it
really
is to
well.
slide down that.
Is that the place that has like the $20 strawberry?
Yes, and
That's
the
the only thing I know about
smoothies.
it.
Yeah, it's kind of
It has
ridiculous.
a single strawberry for $20 or something.
Yep.
I saw these other strawberries at this shop, like buck a piece. And when I got them,
Right, because you
But-
got to know. See,
Right.
sometimes, I think that's the same thing. Like people are like, can you believe the audacity of this place paying, like charging $20 for a single strawberry? But then people are like, but I gotta know what a $20 strawberry.
And they're
is.
Instagramming it, and like, yeah, it's all part of it.
I want people to go like this. Do you know Ron Bennington? Well, he ate a $25 fucking strawberry. He doesn't give a shit.
That's how he rolls, man.
This cookie's good. And I won't even say it tasted like any cookie I've ever had before. It's like a new flavor.
Yeah, a
Is
lot.
she single?
Well, she might be. Yeah, so a lot of my clients are in the like clean label, better for you space. You know, really focused on no junk in their ingredients. So she's definitely one of them.
This is really impressive. I thought this was great.
Yeah.
Those Bites of Love. This and the
Bites of
snoods
Love
are
is
my
your favorite so far.
Yeah,
Nice.
Bites of Love and snoods. I like the snoods.
Well, if you want to try something that's vegan and gluten free that might surprise you, the tzatziki, and maybe with one of those Nuffs crackers, the salt one.
I like the name Nuffs. Like, that's enough.
Exactly.
Sure enough.
Good
Great
branding.
box, too.
Chris, did you get the love bite?
Oh, I got the love bite,
Yeah.
and I give it a thumbs up. It is a tasty, delicious snack.
I didn't know that we were trying to get quoted. That's great.
What do you think?
Is it like the tzatziki is like,
So-
is it vegan?
So it's made with aquafaba. That's why they're fabalish.
Ah,
See?
good.
Yeah, good branding. They're a client of mine out of Jersey, but yeah, they make chickpea bites and they use all the water which is the aquafaba.
Yeah.
For their sauces, it's kind of an egg replacement. It makes it creamier.
So your way to get into this, it was just design.
Yep.
You will design something, which has got to be a tough thing to break into.
I love the
You know what I
design
mean?
of this box.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
so cute.
What exactly am I looking at here? This
is like the tzatziki,
Uh-huh.
but it's a vegan, which I don't think I would have known. If someone
Yeah,
hadn't
right.
told me, I would have just thought maybe.
Another like woman that's a chef who founded the brand, so she's like, on point with all the flavors and developing them. They're, simple ingredients, real food.
Is the market like people with various allergies, or is the market kind of just people who want to try something new?
It's kind of both, like definitely try something new. And I think more than anything these days is that like clean label, like no junk, no
Right.
artificial sweeteners or artificial whatever.
Real
Yeah.
RFK stuff.
Yeah, maha, baby.
Oh no.
I saw somebody said we're stopping. One of the big brands said we're not doing the dye additive. See,
The red dye.
yeah, I don't know if it
number
was
5.
red or whatever one it was, but it was one of the ones that we would all know.
Yeah, some of those brands, like when they announced when he announced he wanted to get rid of all the dyes, one of like the big corporations were like, "Yeah, no, we're not doing that."
Is that right?
Yeah, they're not gonna follow.
Lay's and Tostitos are going to stop using dyes.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's big. Now these are those strawberries, right?
Yeah.
Now what makes them so fantastic? You know?
branding and PR.
Yeah.
It's like
I think they're from Japan, right?
yes.
they
Very like
said it-
probably like
Right.
single source, specific,
Yeah.
the quality is obviously really good. I don't know if it's as good $20 for a strawberry, but
Right.
Those Japanese are living in the future, dude. They are living in the future.
I've seen some stuff of like their subways, the way their buses run,
Yeah.
the way their like drainage systems run. And I'm just
Have,
like,
have you tried the Toto washlet toilet, the Japanese toilet?
No, I hear good things.
Oh, I tried it once. The butt warmer is something else. The bidet.
Yeah.
My God. Yeah, that's the experience right
Wow.
there.
It's a Cadillac of toilets.
wow.
Man,
I-
I mean, I would die on that thing.
The thing is, I got on. I didn't know if I was supposed to do this, but it actually masturbated me. So,
you get what you pay for. You know?
yeah, I don't know whether that because it wasn't on the card that I was reading. I like all these brands. I'm going to be totally honest.
Yeah, I think it's really fun, and I agree. It's good gifts, like it's good. Just like it is fun for like a party, because then you're gonna look like cool as hell. You're like, I got
Yeah.
some snacks. You never
So
seen.
you'll do the baskets.
I'm going to now, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Just
Wait,
summertime,
you
we'll
just got the
picnic
idea
baskets.
from Gail? Is that
Yeah,
where
I
it
mean,
happened?
you
A
know.
little kickback for me, maybe.
Because I was we should send one to Jim McClure.
That's a
Jim.
nice one. Yeah.
Just put Go Birds, Go Flyers, Go Everything Philly.
I did bring a beef jerky that's called Maryland Monroe. They're out of Pennsylvania, but
Yeah.
they made this one with some Old Bay like seasoning.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
my
Old
parents
Bay.
live for Old Bay.
Yeah, it's very nostalgic taste
Yeah.
for me
Oh,
because of that.
To the crabs.
I love it. Yes.
Maybe I did bring that one.
And it's made from an actual cow?
Yes.
Wow.
I do have some mushroom jerky in the store for the vegan folks. The other one, Rotten Candies, is an interesting one. This is kind of like a Nerd Cluster dupe.
Okay, but I love nerd clusters.
Gluten
Like,
free.
I'm like a big fan.
Aren't nerd clusters like the new hottest shit in candy the last
Yes.
couple of years?
It is. And
And-
like somebody turned me on to them and I was like, I wish I never knew that this was good.
What
Because
are
it's
they?
nothing I would have picked for myself.
Yeah.
And these they use like real food and veggies to dye them, so there's no artificial dyes, less sugar.
Love
but so
this.
good, right?
Love it.
Yeah.
And better than a nerd cluster.
Yes.
My only
I'm not saying
problem
something. I love this.
Uh-oh.
with modern packaging is it's also been applied to animal food, so you can maybe sometimes get confused and eat an animal snack. when
Oh,
you
like
think-
dog,
No.
yeah, dog treats.
Yes.
Okay.
Chris,
yeah.
but here's the thing. I own a dog. I have one. I've never accidentally eaten any dog food. So what are you doing here? How
I
are you
actually-
eating
He's
dog
drunk.
food?
The packaging looks exactly like some sort of organic chip.
All right, what's the flavor, Gail, in the Nerd Cluster?
Just super sour, fruity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Whatever
kind of
that
a
is.
gummy worm with the little clusters. Yeah.
I'm a fan.
My uncle stepped on a Nerd Cluster in Vietnam.
Oh God.
It was terrible.
Hari Kondabolu is in with us, and he's at Gramercy Theater May 29th in Houston, Texas at the Punchline. The 30th and 31st in Lafayette, Louisiana on June 1st. For tickets and all dates, visit Hari Kondabolu on all his socials.
And relatively a new dad, right?
Yeah, he's kid's 4.5.
4.5,
Yes.
yeah.
I can't believe 4.5
Changing
already.
constantly, huh?
Changing constantly. Not impressed by my career. In the slightest.
Really?
Interesting.
I thought he would think it was cool. It's like, oh, Daddy, are you going to your joke show?
Yeah.
And he says it with a little bit of condescension.
Right, I would do that too.
Just your little joke show that you do.
Yeah.
I was showing him. I'm on the show called Mirror Royal Detective. It's a Disney show, and it's an all South Asian cast. And they put me in it, but they actually put my face in it. Like, I'm not just the voice of a character. It's my face that's in the show. And I show the kid, and he's like, oh, can we watch Bluey now?
Right, right.
Just told you I'm in this show.
I'm in
man.
the show. I'm not in Bluey.
Did you feel like a big shift from 3 to 4?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's how it was with my oldest. When she was 3, I was like, damn, it's hard. And then when she turned 4, it got easier. But now I have another 3-year-old, and I'm like, that's going to happen again, right? Is it about to... It's going to get easier again, right?
Yeah.
It got so. I mean, I could understand what he was saying at 4. It was like more of the words make sense.
Sure.
It was like actual conversations, and yeah, it's pretty great.
I'm just hoping for that.
Do you feel like she's a little edgy for you still?
Yeah, she's like 3 is a very challenging age. Like
Right.
everyone says the 2 thing, but I think
Right.
it's 3. Like 2 is like the beginning of the hard phase.
Yeah.
But like 3 is the peak. And then 4, like they become like a little bit more reasonable.
Yeah.
And like develop a little bit more like empathy.
I mean, she actually can kind of bully and tease her big sister.
She can. Yeah.
You go through the same thing?
Oh yeah, I'm deep in the 4s right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
buddy.
So it's we thought 3 was hard, but no, it's nothing like 4 right now.
4 gets worse.
4 has been tough for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the opposite of what I just wanted to
I
do.
think
It's the opposite.
with my kids, it was always the 30s. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Can't wait till I find out.
My kids were perfect. I don't know whether it was just good parenting, but my kids never went through. I'm not even making this up. I don't even remember a time that my kids were ever bad.
That's so funny.
That's a good
Yeah.
dad lesson right there.
I never got a call from the school, from the cops, nothing.
Do you think Mom was getting those calls, maybe?
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah. I mean, I was a stay-at-home dad, but I still let her do all the parenting and cooking and cleaning.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wait, so what were you doing?
Just hanging around, being friends with the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, people like my dad stuck around. He really stuck
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's the beautiful thing about staying married is that you don't have the pressure of the weekend dad, where you're on bumper cars and fucking goofy golf and all that shit.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do that.
Right.
You know why? I was there.
Yes. When you stay married, you're just like, I'm here, aren't I?
I'm a guy.
Did I leave? No.
I have nothing to make up for. It's really weird too. You know how like they say wait for kids to, like graduate from high school before you get divorced? I think a lot of those kids get super defensive when they're like 20 and their parents get divorced.
I've had many friends
Yeah.
whose parents got divorced when they were 18, 19,
Yeah.
and in their early 20s. And like you would think, I just don't think there's any good time for it, period. I think
Right.
that's really the truth of it, because I know that all my friends who experienced that were like, oh, so my childhood was a lie. You're just waiting to fucking tell me that you didn't love
That's
my
what-
mom and all of these lessons were bullshit.
Right.
I think that they got very upset about it. I don't think it's great on little kids either. But I just know that I don't think it's as easy as parents would like it to be like, we'll wait to do the divorce till you're out of the house.
I think, because me and my, the mother of my child aren't together anymore. It's been about 2 years. And he thinks it's normal.
Right.
Right.
You know, he was telling me, like, some kids live in a house with their mommy and daddy, and some people have a mommy in one house and a daddy in another house, and that's my style.
That's my style.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's so great.
All right, what age do you think he'll start to resent?
By 7.
Yeah. They always, I mean, you have to give them time to resent no matter what you do. Would you think it was weird that I never had any lessons for you guys? I never said, like, here's the thing.
I think like one lesson, it was more like, I think the things that I remember very distinctly is you undoing other bad lessons from like
Right.
teachers or
Right.
or movies or whatever, like culture in general. And I remember that when I was like in elementary school, they were like giving us a hard time about studying and then making sure you have good grades and if you go to a good college. And they were like, hey, if you like playing guitar, like that's not good. Like the chance that that's going to make you money is not true. If you love basketball, you cannot guarantee you're going to be in the NBA. So you need always something to fall back on, and you need to be. And I remember coming home and like saying like, "Oh, this is what my teacher said," and you're like, "That's terrible advice." And I was like, "It is." And you're like, "Yeah, if you love something, you go for it. You don't sit around worrying.
Right.
Like, why are you going to spend all your time focusing on this other thing?" And then I was just like, man, I got to figure this out. I got this guy saying one thing. I got this chick saying the other. But I remember mostly undoing bad advice.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you would say, man, that can't
But,
be true.
you know, here's the thing. You could be just heading in the thing of guitar and then do something else,
Right.
but that's the path that took you there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very true. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of people who are like, I love playing music. And then they like became a sound recordist and they have this really fulfilling, beautiful, wonderful career.
Right.
But if you stay in the place of what you love,
Right.
okay, maybe you're not going to be a celebrity at that thing, but you're going to be around what you love. And that's probably better
Right.
than being like, I also was a journalism major, which you know what I mean? Like you minored in something, which I don't think anyone wants to hear if you're trying to get a job. That was my minor.
Right.
You're like, okay.
But look at Andrew. He owns the store now,
Yeah.
a popular store. Why? Because of the fact that when he was younger, instead of he's drawing stuff that becomes design, you don't know where anything brings you in this world.
I actually went to architecture school. So I went to architecture school to
So you're a
design.
fucking failure.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta fail.
But here's the weird thing about being in architecture. Your chances of actually getting to build a building, it's such a long shot.
Yeah.
Or a bridge.
Oh my God, a
You
bridge.
know how rare it is to get a new bridge?
We got a new
You're
bridge
like, I
coming.
could do one if they would just let me. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I mean, what about for you, Harry? Like, was your family just like comedy
they
sounds
must have
great?
loved
Oh, of course not. They didn't leave a country for me to waste my time. No, I mean they're supportive now after several television after
Right.
like the second or third television appearance. They're like, I think this might be something.
Right.
He's getting somewhere.
He's getting somewhere, but like, nah, this definitely wasn't their goal. But you know, I'm still wondering, like, what am I going to stumble into?
Right.
Right.
Because
Of course.
comics always stumble into, like, my friend W. Kamau Bell, like, great comedian, stumbled into being a TV host, and then all of a sudden he's directing documentaries. And It's like, that wasn't the plan.
Right.
You wanted to do stand-up comedy, and all of a sudden all this other stuff just shows
Right.
up.
And he's an interesting thing because he's interesting no matter what the topic is.
Yeah.
Like he
True.
can be politically interesting, but that's just one of them.
Yeah.
You know?
I just watched him win Celebrity Jeopardy, and I don't think I've ever been this thrilled
I know.
for anything.
Yeah, a comedian
Like,
winning is such a big deal.
Yeah.
We were screaming. We were so excited. And like he was like behind for a long time. And then all of a sudden we're like, is he going to do it? It was very thrilling.
Yeah.
So that like you could watch him do anything.
Yeah.
He's just like an entertaining.
He's an entertaining
Fun,
guy, but
interesting
he also
person.
thinks differently because
Yeah.
I mean he'll come from that other direction.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. He's just brilliant.
Yeah.
So you consider him just not like a comedy friend, but an actual friend.
Oh no, yeah, we'd be friends in any life. I really believe that.
Yeah.
Like, he's like my one of my best friends, a mentor, and older brother. Like, yeah,
Well, I feel like he's a radio friend, but I'd never crossed that line. But every time we've ever had him on the show,
he's great.
just amazing, as you are. We
Oh,
should,
thank you.
we should
truly.
give you a plug.
Yes.
You know,
Hurry is in NYC at the Gramercy Theater May 29th, in Houston, Texas at the Punchline Comedy Club May 30th and 31st, and in Lafayette, Louisiana on June 1st. For tickets and dates, go to Hurry Kondabolu on all his social media.
Yeah.
by the way, Andrew, have you built anything since you got that architecture thing? Have you built?
How many of these bridges are you at?
Yeah,
No, I used to work on like grocery store floor plans.
right.
You know, that was the exciting architecture.
Yeah,
that I was
because
working on.
they redo it. You get that one thing, and then let's redo it.
Yep, they're like, here's our 40,000 square foot
Yeah.
set of drawings. You know, maybe fix them up a little bit. So it wasn't the most exciting thing.
Like you were deciding where the aisles are supposed to be.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
A lot of Cheese Island. You know,
Yeah.
what tile do you use on the Cheese Island? Kind of conversations. You know,
But when
That-
you were in architecture school, this definitely was not discussed.
no, definitely not the dream. Was talking about Cheese Island
You
construction.
know what? I like that Googie design of stores from like mid-century. I mean, I'll pull over if I see one of those buildings.
Yeah, those are so cool.
It's, you know, I'm from Western PA, so Frank Lloyd Wright was basically why I wanted to get into architecture,
Right.
Falling Water, all that stuff. You can still go to it today.
Yeah, I went there before.
And it looks, you know, like it's still modern. You know,
Right.
you want to live in it.
Yes.
But it was built in the 1930s.
But it's almost like too modern for today. You know what I mean? Like you, oh, that's the Googies. Look
Yeah.
how great
Yeah,
that
it's
shit
amazing.
is.
Yeah.
That's, believe me, this is when, because the space program, we all thought like, we're in the fucking
That's what I-
future.
yeah.
This is the world I was born
like
into.
that pod like up there.
Yeah.
Like, we thought that was gonna be houses.
Yes.
Like,
I thought it'd be
just a regular suburban house
Yeah.
was gonna look like that for sure.
Rem-
Yeah,
What was the part of Disney of like the Land of Tomorrow or something?
Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
Tomorrowland.
Yeah,
And you go there and you're like, I can't wait till this happens. You know? And then by the time you get something, it's like it, but it's worse.
Yeah.
Like FaceTime was the whole wall, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But here's the weird thing. The only people I FaceTime with is your kids.
Yeah.
And I live a mile from them.
it's really weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Children. It makes sense for children and toddlers and babies. Beyond that,
Yeah.
I don't FaceTime my friends. That
No.
feels inappropriate.
That's correct.
There's never a reason. But then, like, look at the way Zoom, like during the pandemic, what would we have done if we didn't have Zoom?
And it just got popular at that moment of the pandemic.
Well, it's so funny because there's a magic to the idea of video calls, right?
Sure.
Like you
Yeah.
know, all those things, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, it's just to do more bureaucratic nonsense.
Right.
Yes, we make everything
Yes.
shitty.
Yeah.
Everyone's sitting in a meeting with their heads back.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
That's what it got.
Is
us.
my mic on?
Oh,
No one is
God.
paying attention to you at one
Yeah.
of those. You're speaking up. Well, we're doing some exciting thing.
Yeah, you're doing that, and everyone's just looking at the tiny image of themselves.
Right.
Being like, do I look weird right now?
Yeah.
Do I always hold my shoulders like that? That's
You're
strange.
like, how many chins do I have?
And you're like, I should put a plant back there. That
Right.
looks like shit.
I know,
That's what we were doing.
I just have a white wall behind me. Through all this time, never moved in better. We should Zoom more. We should literally Zoom
Yeah.
more. You know?
Yeah.
I'd rather be in that than one of those calls that everybody's on.
Which call?
You know what I mean? Like the call that everybody you work with is on the phone
Oh, yeah.
at
Like
the same
Oh, yeah.
time.
Like a conference call.
Yeah,
Yeah, conference
Oh,
calls.
those are terrible.
Nightmare.
Yeah, because those were
I didn't know
so
the word
awkward.
conference.
Because you would be like, Gail Bennington, just chiming in here. And like everybody has to like reintroduce themselves.
me.
We're partnering right now. We're pretty excited about this.
You're on with the board. No, I hate that. It's way worse than
Yeah. It's all bad, though.
Yeah, everything's bad.
Just to organize work is a terrible thing for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything about like corporate culture right now, pretty dark.
Yeah. But you know what it
So bad.
misses?
Pretty bad.
You know what it's
Everything.
better than? Factory culture.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds a lot better.
Everybody keeps their fingers.
Yeah.
No time card.
Yeah, factory culture was my big nightmare. I'm like, I can't stay in this town. I can't work in the factories. And then they were all gone after I left. Just all those jobs disappeared anyway. Why, what are we looking for now?
I was looking at the mango situation back there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I made
Mango.
Chris has been sick, so I heated up the instant matzo ball soup.
Oh, that's good for you,
Oh,
Chris.
this is good for me and my body.
Yeah.
Yeah, try it out, Chris.
Whoa, are those mangoes?
Okay, so
Yeah.
these are fresh from Mexico, dried mangoes, senior mango. Amazing. The other one is dipped in white chocolate and matcha. That one's my favorite one.
What is it? This is just.
Just the dried mango.
Love that.
Really good.
I
I'm gonna
love
say
it.
it. I like dried fruit. all the
It's like
time.
mango jerky.
Exactly. It's like jerky.
It's really
but
strong mango taste,
Yeah,
though.
it's really good.
I've always found the Kent mango inferior, but when dried, it's really delicious.
True. That is so good. How's your matzo ball?
What was the mango that Aruba Ray got me into? And it's only in that Indian store on,
The Alfonso?
yeah, but that place that has like fresh fruit and everything down in the in like East Village. I'm trying to think of what the mango was. It's a special thing. You get like a 4-week,
Window of like when
Window.
they're fresh or like when they're in
was-
season.
and I'm like, I'm gonna go down. He pushed it so hard, I went down there and then I bit into that mango, and I'm like, I will never eat another.
Yeah.
That isn't this. You know, pineapple's the same way. If you don't get pineapple where it grows,
Yeah.
Right.
you don't know pineapple at all.
Here's a fruit that I think that, unless you're eating a perfect version of it, the pear.
Oh.
Yes,
when
that's
you
a great-
get
Yes.
a
100%.
dry or a mealy pear,
true.
disgusting.
Yeah.
A perfect pear
Yes.
might be the best thing on earth.
Yeah.
But how rare in your life have
Very
you went,
rare.
this
You're
is
right.
a perfect pear?
Most time, I just wish it was an apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go, this is not good. This
No.
is weird. But when it is good, it's unbelievable.
Here's the thing: the apple is by far in America the most popular fruit, right? If you were to go name a fruit, they always say apple,
Mhm.
and it's because it's like the least offensive when it's not perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you could eat a supermarket apple. You're like, this kind of tastes like an apple.
Right.
But if you get any of these other fruits and you're not like, you get a grapefruit that shouldn't be there, you're like, I'm never eating grapefruit again.
I had no idea what a pear tasted like the first 20-some years of my life because I was buying them from fucking Keytown, Food World, or
Very true.
grocery universe.
All right, let's not blame them, Chris.
But I
Where'd you get it? Where'd you get the good pear?
Oh, it was from like a farm stand,
Right.
Like upstate New York or something. Like it was. I was like, what? This is what it's supposed to taste like? It's shocking.
Yeah.
I had a mango from a Piggly Wiggly in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
not the same, huh?
Don't like thinking about it.
That sounds like the start of a meeting. You know what I mean?
rock
Who
bottom for
wants
me.
to share right now of your bottom fruit eating?
Man, I'll give you another one. Is
What's this?
my friend lives on a farm way upstate New York. And I went there and we went on a hike together and he was like, "Oh, these are wild blueberries. Let's just pick as we go." And as I was eating them, I was like, "What have I been eating then? Because this is so
Right.
good." And it's like blue all the way through.
Yeah, they're unbelievable.
It's blue all the way through. When
Yeah.
you go to a grocery store and you just like buy them in the little plastic packets,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like mostly white in
Yes.
there.
Yes.
And like some are sweet and some are sour and some are tasteless and you
Yeah.
never know which one you're gonna get. Like all of these were like
Look-
deep, dark, beautiful blue.
We're just about going into prime strawberry time.
Yes.
And if you get those strawberries that aren't big and red, you know how big
Right.
and red looks good? It's
Right.
the worst
Right,
strawberry
right,
that
right.
you'd have. You want something small and kind of
Yep.
off color. You're like, what the hell have I been doing in my life? All right, these are fennel. They're candy
Candy
seeds.
fennel seeds from
Fentanyl?
Paro.
Yeah. Not
Oh,
fentanyl,
I
Chris.
love them. I'm gonna like
Yeah, from an amazing Pakistani American woman. She has some other.
Nice. Not today.
Come on, Andrew.
I'm going to refuse to eat this.
Sorry,
On political grounds.
Oh my god, that's wild.
Yeah.
So good, right?
That is so good.
Isn't that crazy?
My mom would love these.
Yeah.
But
Right?
this is like a very popular Indian thing.
Yeah.
No, this is a common Indian thing, yeah.
No, Pakistani, but okay.
Oh, right.
Whatever works for you is good for us too.
I forget what time we're wrapping here, Chris.
We're wrapping in the next minute.
Okay. Well, let's do some plugs.
Andrew Bly has brought the Snacks and Design. Snacks and Design on 189 Main Street, Port Washington, New York, and Snacks and Design on Instagram.
Now, by the way, Andrew's also a guy who, friends with a guy who lined up our favorite drop-in guest of all time. It was a guest that was just came in because we got a call from a listener.
Oh, the actor.
Yes.
Gary Oldman.
Oh
Gary
my
Oldman.
God, that was
Holy
hilarious.
Whoa.
So I have to tell you a quick story. So after you guys mentioned me a couple weeks ago, this guy came into the shop and he just unzipped his track jacket, and he had the Bennington shirt, and I was like, what? And as he came in, just randomly on my Apple playlist, North American Scum was playing. So we were both like, what is this? But yeah, it was great.
Yeah. And now they're they're buddies.
That's
They're
so
buddies.
And you can see Hurry at Gramercy Theater on May 29th. In Houston, on May 30th and 31st. In Lafayette, Louisiana, June 1st. And for tickets and all dates, visit Hurry Kondabolu on all social media.
And maybe we can have all these snacks ready to go.
Yeah.
Snacks will be there.
That
This
could
is
be your thing.
backstage.
Bringing back your stack life again.
Happy to curate it.
All right, folks, that's it for us. Stay safe, stay cool. We'll see you tomorrow.